The Hyundai Studios, Jaguar Postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, the official air conditioning partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jags improved to 2-0 in the preseason with a 20-7, pretty thorough and convincing victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers reserves. Jags reserves versus the Bucs reserves for the most part tonight. As we just get into the first few minutes of the postgame, we'll have the first word with head coach Doug Pederson coming up shortly with Kai Stevens. JP Shadrick will be along. Fred Taylor has the night off tonight, and Brian Sexton as well on the postgame after working television duties with Bucky Brooks. But we'll take you through everything that went down tonight. And unfortunately for C.J. Beathard, he was one of the people that went down tonight with the groin injury. At that point, Mac Jones had clearly outplayed him. If there were really a quarterback competition for that second spot, the backup spot behind Trevor Lawrence, I think it was sealed by that point. But Mac Jones was able to come back in the game, and surprisingly, the Jags had him put the ball in the air a few times, put himself in jeopardy a couple of times, but ultimately escaped unscathed, 16 out of 23 for 210 yards and a couple of passing touchdowns tonight. Austin Trammell caught a touchdown tonight, or had a big impact on the game, I should say. 4 catches for 75 yards. Didn't have one of the scores tonight, but you wonder, did he make a move, as he's been a guy, along with a number of other receivers, that's gotten some positive buzz out of training camp. Trammell led the way with those 75 yards tonight, and, we saw Elijah Cooks have a big drop in this football game, and a lot of people would think he might be the next man up, and not knowing exactly how many wide receivers the Jags are planning on keeping. Will Tim Jones make it again as, say, the 6th guy based on his special teams prowess? Cooks made it last year because they didn't think they could sneak him through to the practice squad, but Trammell made a nice impression tonight with 5 targets and hauling in 4 of those. Parker Washington continued his strong play as well with an early touchdown, caught 3 for 38. It was Brevin Easton with the late score, both of those obviously coming from Mac Jones tonight. Cam Little perfect with his field goal game this evening, and that provided the 20 points on the board. And for the most part, with the exception of the Bucs scoring drive, the Jaguars defense played really well tonight. Some of the Bucs' biggest plays offensively were overturned due to their own holding penalties. It wasn't necessarily a particularly clean night for the Jags in that department. They had 9 penalties of their own for 77 yards, but they were able to overcome them with better overall play. What did we learn tonight? Well, we learned, for the most part, Jags have a much better backup quarterback situation than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do, and the Jags' overall depth was impressive compared to what we saw from the Bucs. We saw Tank Bigsby running hard in the first half, and again, the stats kind of belie how effective he was. 10 carries for 37 yards, but seemingly picking up an extra yard or 2 along the way every time he got that first contact. He was able to wriggle free, pick up a little bit of extra, and did a nice job catching the ball out of the backfield tonight as well. So a lot of guys with that opportunity to shine, solidify their spots, or maybe make a move up the depth chart and try to make the 53-man roster, and things won't get settled, of course, until next weekend. Jags will be back on the field in just 6 days against the Atlanta Falcons in their preseason finale. As, again, final score here, 20-7. We await Kai Stevens' visit with the head coach, Doug Pederson. We'll bring that to you as quickly as we can. But J.P. Shadrick has made his way back into the Hyundai Studios.
Yes, how are you?
I'm 2-0 is what I
we are, yeah. We
All right,
are.
Why don't we do this, JP, while we await Doug Pederson? Kai Stevens standing by with Parker Washington coming off another strong game. Kai, go ahead.
I'm waiting for Parker to come sit down, but it was another strong outing. We saw a really great return from him in week 1, and again, that continued today. Some success with Mac Jones coming in as a backup, and you love to see it, especially from a second-year player. We've talked to Doug Pederson a couple of times about wanting to get those second-year players more reps, because that was something last season where they were maybe needed at the end of the year, but they hadn't been getting those reps with the first team, with Trevor Lawrence. Parker Washington coming in, expected to play a role kind of that Christian Kirk had been filling. but he wasn't able to do that as well as he probably could have if he'd been getting the reps earlier in the season. So when I talked to Doug Pederson before the game today, he said a focus of this was really going to be getting Tank a ton of reps and also Parker as well. Tank dealt with some similar issues in his rookie season, kind of had some struggles in the beginning, and that carried over throughout the season. So a lot of what the focus for that was is just getting him comfortable, getting him confident. That's huge for a running back, of course. And we saw a lot of that, so that was great. Parker Washington joining me right now. Parker, we've been talking a ton about you after last week's return. You continue to have another good game this week. What's it mean to you to be able to come in fully healthy for a season and being able to produce the way you know you can?
It means everything. Just seeing the work pay off, that's big, and it means the world to me. I mean, shout out to my trainer. I feel like that's the main thing, and just being able to execute at a high level and just be where my feet are and enjoy each and every day.
Are you excited that you've been playing different roles? Obviously, you're doing the kick return now, which is new for everybody, and then also in the offense, they're using you in different ways.
Definitely, just being able to prove my value as much as I can, and the coaches trusting me to be able to embrace those roles. That means everything, and I just want to continue to build on that, continue to develop, and go from there.
Doug Pederson said he loves about his team this is a great quarterback room, so when even Trevor's not playing, it's still like you guys are at a high level. We saw Mac Jones out there having a lot of fun. That touchdown throw, he told me he took the sack so he'd have a little more room to sling it to you. Is that the plan?
Hey, I guess so. I love being out there with Mac. He brings energy every day, exciting teammate. I'm excited that he's in Jacksonville, and it's been amazing.
Also, I would just talk about another second-year player, Tank, having a great game. Love to see that from him as well, too, just getting the confidence back. Of course, as a running back, that's huge. What have you seen from him out there?
I mean, we've had a lot of great conversation, just perspective, mindset, and, I mean, he's taking the next step mentally, and he's just embracing his role, and that's what it's all about. And you could tell just by the way he's playing, it just looks way different, and same Tank, but just a little mental change. It makes everything go the way you want it to go, and it's been exciting.
And then just one more thing, Brian Thomas Jr., he's impressing, getting better every day. What's that wide receiver room like with him? He coming out of his shell a little bit?
Just a little bit. He's been enjoying his time. I'm excited to have him in the room and being able to learn from him being able to learn from all the vets. It's been exciting. I'm excited for him.
Absolutely. Parker Washington, thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you go. Kai Stevens, and she talked about guys filling roles. She filled in admirably as I came to her a little bit early with Parker Washington waiting in the wings right there. The Jaguars Radio Network presented by UF Health, University of Florida Health, the proud healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags win it 20-7 over Tampa Bay. JP Shadrick will be at the mic when we return here in a moment, and we'll get the first word with head coach Doug Pederson. Again, 20-7. Jags improve.
Doug, can you walk us through the 3rd and 17 touchdown from Mac to Parker Washington, and just what kind of training camp Parker Washington has had for you all?
Yeah, just anticipated them playing a little bit of shell defense right there, and they showed a kind of an all-out pressure type look, and they obviously bailed at the snap. So we had the right call on and just Parker down the middle, so he got in behind the second level guys pretty quickly, and Mac did a great job, great protection. Mac made a heck of a throw there, and just a big play, and got us got us going.
Doug, 13 touches for Tank tonight. Looked like he had a couple of really good days as well against Tampa. Your thoughts on how his week went?
Yeah, I think Tank is really improving. Obviously still some work to do, but he did a nice job again. He ran tough, took care of the football. Obviously we'll take a look at the tape and watch it, but I really think that he's done some really good things, for a young player, and gonna help us, offensively, and just continue to grow as a running back.
Doug, could you just talk about the performance that Mac had tonight? How do you think he did? And then coming in again after CJ went down.
Well, we knew two quarterbacks that once Mac was done, he'd have to stay ready in the second half. That's always a given. But I thought overall Mac played a solid football game. he was obviously into it. You saw his intensity out there. Made some great throws. Just led the team like expected, and then for him to come back off the bench, there in the late in the game to throw that touchdown pass to Brevin. He loves playing. He loves playing the game, and he did some great things tonight and helped us win this game.
Coach, seemed like a lot of good ball control from both sides of your lines of scrimmage tonight. Keep getting them off the field on third down and also running the ball consistently. I know you wanted to improve play from your offensive line. You like what you saw with there tonight, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think the offensive line did a nice job there. Backs, tight ends, and even receivers. Some of the perimeter stuff, being able to block, and that's what it takes in the run game. It's just not, your 5-0 linemen. It takes everybody. So I thought they did some really, really nice things. And then defensively, just keeping guys fresh. You see all the different rotations and the different substitutions that they do, and it just keeps guys fresh for 4 quarters. And, we came up big at the end, and because guys were a little more, I don't want to say completely fresh, but they were a little more, had a little more juice there at the end.
Doug, CJ, groin injury. Do you have a severity on that, or?
I don't yet. I haven't talked to Ferg yet, but that is a groin.
Okay. Was that a situation where if that were a regular season game, you might have been able to stay in, do you think? Or?
Well, just depends on what would have happened to Trevor for him to go in the game,
Gotcha. What about Braswell?
I mean.
Yeah. True. What about Braswell and I guess Jarian Jones?
Jarian's fine. He just got a finger in the eye. Braz is a little bit sore on the one tackle. Made a heck of a play coming and making that tackle. Just got a little sore there. I think it's his side, kind of his oblique area. And the only other one that really got, I think, had not serious, but Stephen Jones. You saw I don't know if he was his left shoulder, arm, something. So we'll check him out, but have more for you probably tomorrow or Monday.
Doug, overall, the week. How do you feel like you came out of it? What did you get out of it, the 3 days against the Bucs?
You get a chance to get your starters a lot of reps in a controlled environment against another football team, and I thought both teams really did showed great sportsmanship during the week. Coach Bowles does a great job, obviously, with his team, and our guys. I was proud of the way our guys handled themselves, but. To get our starters, the number of reps they did for 2 days in a controlled environment really is good work, because in a game like tonight, they would only get maybe a quarter again or a quarter and a half, and sometimes you don't get the scenarios or the situations you want. So doing a joint practice like that, you can do that and really get some good work.
Hey, Doug, 5 sacks, and Mac scrambled, I think, maybe 6 times. Was that a little product of O-line shuffling, or are you concerned there in terms of some of the pressure and the backups?
No, I mean, listen, they did a great job. Some of their pressure packages were timely. We got edged a little bit on a couple of those sacks. And their secondary covered our guys. So, I mean, it's a little bit of everything. But, we got to take a look at the film and obviously, make some corrections and improve a little bit there. All right.
Sorry. No,
You're not getting off.
Oh.
He's got 6 questions.
Hey, Doug, I know you addressed Bigsby a little bit earlier, but could you he touched the ball on 9 of the first 16 plays. Was that the intent early on, that you were going to, you were determined to get him the ball early and often?
Yeah, I think that and the success, I think, early in the run game we had. I mean, I just wanted to get the offensive line, too, to kind of, you're playing some of your role guys in the offensive line and some of your backups, and you get them settled into the football game. And I think we opened the game with like maybe an 11-play drive and then had an 18-play drive in there or something like that. And if you're going to do that, your run game is going to be successful, and getting those guys – and two, some of the scheme that Tampa had, we wanted to continue to run the football a little bit and not always drop back and throw it.
I think that'll do it. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, Advantage You. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Jaguars tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Something happens when you begin to believe. What seems way off in the distance gets closer.
You focus on what needs to get done, and you'll let nothing get in your way.
Next year becomes this year, and maybe next time becomes now.
A whole city will rally behind you and begin to believe too. Because when you believe, the unbelievable can happen. We believe in justice for everyone, and we believe we're the attorneys to help people get it. Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars. Jacksonville.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today. Official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Final score, Jaguars 20, Buccaneers 7. The Jaguars get a win. Full team effort tonight. Offense, the defense played well. Got off the field a bunch of 3-and-outs tonight. Couple of field goals from Cam Little as well. And the Jaguars get it done in preseason week number 2.
Yeah, they got it done, JP, and they ran for 140 yards tonight, which I'm sure is going to make Doug Pederson happy.
Let's go to the happy head coach, Doug Pederson, with Kai Stevens. Kai?
Happy head coach. We love to hear that,
happy,
right?
happy.
Preseason win. You got to see some out of your quarterbacks there as well, Doug. What did you see out there today?
I thought it was a good 4-quarter football game. All 3 phases again had a hand in it. It was strange. I thought we started out pretty good. Then there was a little bit of a lull in the middle, and then we finally hit that big 3rd down touchdown to Parker. Kind of got us going a little bit, and then the second half the same thing, and then Mac to Brevin Easton. So overall, I was pleased, obviously, with the win. There's still some things we gotta clean up. We still had the one turnover and some unwanted or untimely penalties, or just some things that are still kind of creeping into our game.
CJ had to come out at the end. Do you have an update on that, or is it just?
I don't have an update yet. I know it's his groin. It could be a day-to-day thing. I'll talk to our trainers and docs, and we'll have a bigger picture, a brighter picture this week.
You talked about that quarterback play this week, how important that was to you, having Mac and that availability. Did you see from Mac what you wanted to tonight?
I did. I thought Mac played smart. He played tough. Made some heck of a throws, particularly on 3rd down. I think we had a pretty good 3rd down percentage tonight, and he did some really good things. He ran the offense, and that's what we ask, out of our quarterbacks, and particularly those that are competing for backup jobs, and he did a nice job.
We also talked about Tank and getting him those carries. He's been doing great with the workload so far. Are you impressed with that?
Yeah. Tank thought had a really good game tonight. He got the workload early, and I think some of it was by design, but I think too it was the fact that we were, had some success running the ball early, and we stayed on the field on some 3rd down, so we just kept giving it to Tank, and he keeps improving.
I know we talked about getting the starters their work in those shared practices, and then now I know you haven't looked at your film yet, but how much will this help you make those roster decisions when you can look at a film where they've played most of the game?
This will be great film to evaluate our guys that are competing for roster spots, and we still got one more week, 8-9 days left, and before we have to make that move. But some guys really stepped up today, and makes it harder, as coaches and decision makers to make these moves. But ultimately, we're gonna find the best 53, heading into the Miami week, and go from there. But I think this will be this will be really good tape to dive into and really get a good feel for those guys that are competing for spots.
All right, congrats on the win. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Head coach Doug Pederson with Kai Stevens after Jaguars victory 20-7, the final score, and I think he kind of covered it all. Offense there, defense getting it done, and a lot of good tape out there for this Jags team tonight.
It's great tape when you win and you play pretty well in all the phases, but you still have penalties. You want to clean up. You still have, that turnover. One turnover in the game, not tragic, but still, you're Seth Williams. You're fighting for a roster spot. That's not going to go a long way to helping you there. But, the best thing is, JP, when a coach has a team that wins, performs generally well overall, but still there's enough things that he can get on his team on for the ensuing week of practice. And I definitely think there were some things that Jags need to clean up.
Back in a moment, we'll take a look at the Kingfish Pest Control defensive play of the game after a Jaguars win over the Buccaneers. Jags 20, Bucks 7. And this is Jaguars postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Maximize your energy savings with a new energy-efficient heating and cooling system from Florida Home Air Conditioning, and you could save up to $4,500 through possible tax credits and other discounts. Purchase a new system today, and Florida Home Air Conditioning will buy back your old inefficient HVAC system. Request your complimentary consultation from Florida Home Air Conditioning, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit FloridaHomeAC.com for details, terms, and conditions.
License number CMC 1250399, CFC 1430664, EC 130-08557.
I want that. The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on, so make it your best summer ever with Ford. Now's the best time to get our best deals on a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs, like the Ford Explorer, the Ford Bronco family, Ford F-Series, and the all-electric F-150 Lightning. These are the deals you've been waiting for, so don't wait. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now at your Ford dealer today.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, CSI Companies partners with leading healthcare and technology organizations nationwide to deliver workforce solutions. CSI prides itself on building meaningful relationships and provides personalized operations to fuel the success of businesses, both big and small. Whether it's finding the right talent for a job or seamlessly managing a project from start to finish, CSI has 3 decades of experience in getting the job done. This is your workforce solutions reimagined. Visit CSICompanies.com.
Facing cancer takes a lot of determination, strength, and support. And you'll get it all at Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center. Determination from world-renowned doctors, giving you specialized treatment with cutting-edge technology and research. Strength and support from a dedicated team, caring for you completely, during and after treatment. Don't face cancer with anything less than the team at Baptist MD Anderson. Appointments available at BaptistMDAnderson.com.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. JP Shadrick with Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jaguars, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com. Jaguars over the Buccaneers, 20-7, the final score in preseason week 2. And time now for the Kingfish Pest Control defensive play of the game. No takeaways for the Jaguars defense tonight. They did get together, and how many sacks? Did they put 3 sacks in this game tonight. So we will pick
Joe Gaziano,
the last one of the night.
Been here for a day. Are you kidding me? And look, you want, for cosmetic purposes, 20-7 looks so much better than 20-14, right? And he sealed the deal for the Jags, that last Bucs scoring opportunity. 14-yard sack on the final play there, which was nice. But I would like to give a shout out to the other guys. Breland Speaks does it again, gets to the quarterback. Asezi Atomowa.
Yeah.
Atomowa. If I say it slowly, I get it right. But now, with a sack tonight, JP, that's 2.5 in the preseason for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else you can ask him to do. He's producing when he's out there. I don't really know where he factors in the minds of the coaching staff in terms of making the 53. But Joe Gaziano, our official defensive play of the game provider.
Yeah, signed yesterday, undrafted in 2020 out of Northwestern, was with the Chargers for 3 seasons, the Falcons last year, now with the Jags, and, of course, Ryan Nielsen was with the Falcons last year as well, so there's the connection to bring him here. Show up. It's funny. We were on, I think it was Happy Hour or the Doug Pederson show, one of the two the other night, and you know how Jeff Lageman is talking about it. Not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmys and Joes. And I looked on the roster, I was like, we don't have a Jimmy or a Joe on the roster.
Is that right?
The next day, they sign a Joe. They signed Joe Gaziano the next day.
Let's fix that.
It's like they were listening or something.
Hey, well, in this case, it was about the Joe.
That's the Kingfish Pest Control defensive play of the game. Let the pros tackle the pests in your home by going to kingfishpest.com. That's kingfishpest.com. We're back in a moment. Final statistics. And a Jaguars victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jags 20, Buccaneers 7. It's Jaguars postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
To aim higher, run faster is what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Sweeps is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Over 40 years ago, I made a decision to help people. Might sound simple, but following your passion never is. Big ideas tend to get bigger. What started out as one lawyer's vision is now a team of over 400 with an obsession. Today, protecting you and your family is more than a job. It's a way of life. Over 40 years ago, we set out to build a law firm. It's clear now that what we've built is so much more. I'm Eddie Farah, Jacksonville.
I spy a new Camry.
Ooh, I spy a sporty RAV4.
I spy deals on the entire lineup at the Toyota National Sales Event.
Good eye.
Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through September 3rd, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Jaguars postgame continues. Presented by Florida Home AC. JP Shadrick with Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. Jags 20, Buccaneers 7, preseason week 2. Mac Jones leading the way on the offensive side. The Jaguars defense getting it done collectively. They forced a 3-and-out in 6 of the next 7 Tampa Bay possessions after the Bucs touchdown early. So a good defensive effort tonight for the Jags. Let's take a look at the final stats tonight. Start with the team totals in this game. Total yards in favor of the Jaguars, 339 yards for the Jags, only 207 for Tampa Bay. Rushing yards, 140 for the Jaguars and 76 on the ground for Tampa Bay. 199 through the air for the Jags, 131 for the Buccaneers. Third downs, Tampa Bay 2 of 11. The Jaguars 9 of 17 on third down this evening. Penalties, 5 for 43 yards. And something Doug Pederson just referenced, 9 penalties, 77 yards against the Jags. They did have a giveaway on a fumble from Seth Williams. And time of possession in favor of the Jaguars, 38 minutes, 15 seconds tonight for the Jags.
Yeah, those 10-minute drives help in that category for sure. Mac Jones, JP, at halftime had a quarterback rating, I think, of 104.9.
Good.
End of the game with a 127.1. Yay. Padding stats, that's fine. He came in and, wasn't expecting to come back in the game, but was 16 of 23 for 210 overall with a pair of touchdowns tonight and chipped in with 14 yards on the ground as well. In contrast, the Buccaneer passing game was led by Kyle Trask, 12 of 19 for 108. C.J. Beathard in relief of Mac Jones, kind of in the middle of the game, 5 for 7 for 40 yards. Gary Brightwell led the way on the ground for both teams, 9 carries for 43 yards. Tank Bigsby had 10 for 37. Jalen Jackson, 8 for 24, the 3 leading rushers for Jacksonville. Sean Tucker had 32 yards and only 4 carries for Tampa Bay. Austin Trammell had a nice game for himself. Came in, had a punt return as well, but he had 4 receptions for 75 yards on 5 targets and, averaging nearly 19 yards a catch. Put himself in the conversation. Those last wide receiver spots could be interesting. Parker Washington, who we heard with Kai Stevens in the postgame, another strong game, 3 for 38 with a touchdown. Brevin Easton caught 2 passes for 33 yards, also had a score. Cody Thompson led the way for the Buccaneers, 5 catches for 66 yards and a TD there. And as we mentioned, defensively, 3 sacks for the Jags. Asezi Atomawa had 1 of them. I'm getting better at that name every single time, I feel. Breland Speaks and Joe Gaziano had the other one. Jarian Jones left the game briefly, kind of got poked in the face a little bit through the face mask, was able to return, led the Jags with 4 solo tackles on the night.
There you have it. The final stats in tonight's game. Jaguars a winner over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-7. The Jaguars Radio Network is presented by UF Health. University of Florida Health is the proud healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll pick a Jaguars Radio Network player of the game when we return. This is Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Maximize your energy savings with a new energy-efficient heating and cooling system from Florida Home Air Conditioning, and you could save up to $4,500 through possible tax credits and other discounts. Purchase a new system today, and Florida Home Air Conditioning will buy back your old inefficient HVAC system. Request your complimentary consultation from Florida Home Air Conditioning, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit FloridaHomeAC.com for details, terms, and conditions.
License number CMC 1250399, CFC 1430664, EC 130-08557.
Hey fans, it's Tyson Campbell, cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, your game day is getting even tastier with Al's Pizza in the stadium. And every time we get a pick, you'll score. If the Jaguars get 1 interception, you'll enjoy buy one, get one free pizza at any Al's Pizza location Monday through Thursday after the home game. 2 interceptions, a free dessert. And 3 interceptions, that's a free appetizer. Just tell them you want the Jags pick. Up your game and get your Al's Pizza at the game or any of their locations.
Ready to fuel up for summer fun? Join the MyGate Rewards loyalty program and pump up the savings. This summer, become a new loyalty member and save 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Already a member? Now you can earn rewards 10 times faster. For every $10 spent in store, save 5 cents per gallon at the pump. Stop by Gate today to crank up your summer savings. Offer ends August 31st, 2024.
If you're facing cancer, you want a dedicated team working for you. At Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center, we only focus on cancer. And we partner with one of the largest cancer centers in the world. So you'll have a specialized treatment plan created by our experienced and highly trained oncologists and surgeons, collaborating with one of the country's leading cancer centers. Best of all, we're in North Florida with locations in downtown, Baptist South, and Clay. Appointments at baptistmdanderson.com.
Jaguars Postgame is presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. JP Shadrick with Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios. We're inside the Miller Electric Center after a Jaguars win over the Buccaneers. Jags 20, Bucks 7. And time now for the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game. And I think this one is a pretty easy layup tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We don't need anybody with the vote and a half in case of a tie in this case. So in honor of Fred Taylor, let's, I think, make it a 3.5-point sweep for Mac Jones tonight, who came in and, look, probably had a leg up in the competition. I think everybody felt that way in terms of being the backup, JP, but did nothing to dissuade that. Even before C.J. Beathard got hurt, it was clear Mac Jones is having the better performance on the evening by far. 16 of 23 for those 210 yards, couple of touchdowns. Don't want to see him try to make people miss when you're in the second half late in the game.
Yeah,
calm down a little bit, Mac.
Running around.
But good for Mac Jones coming back to Duval, getting a chance to start a preseason game and solidify his spot as the primary backup to Trevor Lawrence.
You know, talking to him this week and hear him at the podium this week after one of the practices, just kind of has his mindset. This is an odd situation for him, right? I mean, this is one where he was a first-round pick. It didn't work out. He gets traded. He knows he's not going to be the starter here. So he knows what's ahead for him. Like, he's going to be the backup quarterback. And maybe at some point, something happens and they move him or whatever happens down the line. But he's had to kind of change his approach and the way he thinks about it. Not change his approach. He's still going to attack things the way he always has as a quarterback. But just the mindset of, okay, I'm here to support and help and do what I can, not be out there as the starter. It's been a little bit of a change. And I think people around the building, just talking to a few players and things, were like, what is this really going to feel like with Mac Jones? How's he going to handle this thing? Maybe they didn't know him before. Is he going to be he's going to be a good guy about it? Is he going to be a good teammate? And he's been all of that and beyond. I think he's well liked in that quarterback room. Even though he might be a little bit loud at times and he talks on the field to himself and others and the OC and everything. I think so far so good for Mac in a new environment.
Yeah, he's got some dance moves as well. We saw a little bit of that tonight after the second touchdown pass. We've seen it on the practice field. But look, this didn't catch Mac Jones by surprise. I mean, the writing was on the wall. Knew that he wasn't the long-term answer once they had the regime change in New England. Now, he may feel like he's somebody's long-term answer, but I think he has played this beautifully, JP. He gets to come home to Jacksonville, knows it's a situation that no matter what he does, he could be perfect in the preseason. He is not taking the starting job away. So why not come in and be supportive, show you can be a team player, show you can be ready to go at the drop of a hat, put some, I think, quality film out there. He had a miss on Elijah Cooks tonight, but I thought, that throw, I thought his best throw of the night might have been the 15-yarder to Devin Duvernay on 3rd and 15, right at the sticks, threw it in there low where only Duvernay could catch it, and the touchdown passes always help.
Yeah, he had, 2 sacks of him tonight, right? And then the next play after each sack was a big throw.
Right.
And it would overcome that and just made plays. So,
I mean, put it this way. Could he go in and you look at the depth chart in Vegas with Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, could he compete with that level of guy? I think absolutely he could. So there'll be 2 or 3, 4 of those situations next year, and he may get that opportunity. And again, I think he's playing it right. He's a smart guy. Be ready to go and put the best preseason film out there that you can.
Mac Jones, the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game. If you're looking for the MVP of the truck game, look no further than Ford F-150. Loaded with impressive capability and designed to dominate work, play, and everything in between, this truck makes tough look easy. Your local Ford dealer, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Baptist Health Injury Report when we return. Final score, Jaguars 20, Buccaneers 7, and it's Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Maximize your energy savings with a new energy-efficient heating and cooling system from Florida Home Air Conditioning, and you could save up to $4,500 through possible tax credits and other discounts. Purchase a new system today, and Florida Home Air Conditioning will buy back your old inefficient HVAC system. Request your complimentary consultation from Florida Home Air Conditioning, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit FloridaHomeAC.com for details, terms, and conditions.
License number CMC 1250399, CFC 1430664, EC 130-08557.
It's game time, Jaguars fans, and Publix knows that football is all about pairings. A high-scoring offense paired with a stingy defense. A rocket-armed QB paired with a dynamic wide receiver. And at Publix, you can pair hot deli chicken tenders with savory dips, delicious sub platters with ice-cold beverages, and you can pair these tailgate essentials with an entire parking lot full of Jaguars fans chanting, Duval! Gear up for your tailgate at Publix, the official supermarket of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Chelsea here with Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson specializes in energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors that are twice as tough as vinyl. Save money through the month of August and save $300 on every window and $825 on every patio door. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Some restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to rbfla.com to book your design consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
For us, treating cancer is personal. We're Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center, and we know that every patient is unique. So you'll have a plan created by world-renowned doctors and tailored to your needs. And everyone here will support you every step of the way, so you're physically, emotionally, and spiritually strong for the journey. Don't face cancer with anything less than the team at Baptist MD Anderson. Locations in downtown, Baptist South, and Clay. Visit BaptistMDAnderson.com.
Jaguars fans, huddle up. Do you own a vehicle made in the last 10 years? If your car is outside of factory warranty or with no warranty coverage, get the best defense against expensive auto repairs with CarShield, the official auto protection partner of the Jaguars. With plans to fit every budget, CarShield helps you cover up to 5,000 parts and systems. Call 800-471-1223 now or go to carshield.com/Jaguars. That's 800-471-1223. Coverage varies by plans. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC continues. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. After Jags win over the Buccaneers. Jags 20, Buccaneers 7. And time now for the injury report presented by Baptist Health, changing health care for good. Well, the most notable tonight, C.J. Beathard with a groin injury in the second half did not return. No word on the severity. We'll find out in the coming days what that really entails, most likely, or maybe we won't. I don't know. But Doug Pederson said he didn't know right then. They don't have to release anything in the preseason about injuries. So we'll see if we get a severity in the coming days or not. Jarian Jones looked like he was poked in the eye at one point.
Yeah.
But came back in the game. Actually finished with 4 tackles in the game.
Led the team in tackles.
So that was a good night. So overall, that's about it from the game that stood out to me watching from upstairs.
I agree. And I think, Brian and I talked about this in the pregame that, all these guys with the little soft tissue issues that have been going on, Doug Pederson said, hey, look, if this were Miami week 1, we'd see him out there. So pretty healthy overall, knock on wood. You always want to be a little bit careful about jinxing things as far as that goes. At least I do. It's good to look. Tough for C.J. Beathard, but the writing was on the wall. To me, I didn't think they're going to keep 3 regardless. I think, this would complicate it if they want to go that route, but who knows what, maybe this is a short-term thing and he's back on the practice field this week. Maybe not. Maybe, he goes through and they waive him with an injury designation and he reverts to IR, or maybe they just waive him outright and try to get him on the practice squad, or some other team sees some value in him and tries to pick him up. A lot of ways it could go.
I want to say, and this is just me thinking, I just thought about this while we were talking about the injury report. I think he had a groin injury like the last day of the offseason program when the Jags had to practice in the stadium when this was being built, the Miller Electric Center. Had to cart him off, the whole deal. That was a couple years ago, though.
You're taxing me now.
I don't know why I remember that. I just remember standing there, and they had to carry him up and put him on the thing. So let's hope it's not that severe. He came back for training camp and was
obviously
fine.
Look, he took some shots out there tonight.
Yeah.
It's a tough man's sport. I thought he was playing with a little bit of sense of urgency, but I didn't think he got great protection, and I didn't think he navigated the pocket all that well. That's one thing. Mac Jones is a little bit more deft of foot. Sometimes he thinks he can outrun guys. He can't. But I'll take his scrambling ability over CJ's most nights of the week.
Back in a moment, preview of next week. The Jaguars in Atlanta to face the Falcons on Friday night. This is Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I spy a new Camry.
Ooh, I spy a sporty RAV4.
I spy deals on the entire lineup at the Toyota National Sales Event.
Good eye.
Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $349 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through September 3rd, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3648 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Jaguars tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jaguars Radio Network is presented by UF Health. University of Florida Health is the proud healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios. The 50-50 raffle brought to you by Duval Ford, and somebody's going home with $10,000 tonight.
Not bad.
Yeah, the total in the pool was $20,068. $10,034, 50-50, right, goes to the winner. And the winning number, 990-254-66132. Good luck, and I hope you have a fun day tomorrow if you've won the 50-50 raffle presented by Duval Ford. Next week, Jaguars at the Falcons, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, downtown Atlanta, in the final preseason tune-up before the regular year begins. And some starters will most likely play. That was the plan at least a couple weeks ago for Doug Pederson. I don't see why that would change now, and we'll see how long they go, but you can expect some action in downtown Atlanta on Friday.
If you're not banged up, I think you're going, right? I mean, you're going to put your quarterback out there, so you obviously want your best healthy offensive lineman out there with him, and you want to give him the skill position guys to operate with that he's going to be playing with a couple of weeks from then. So we'll see on Christian Kirk with the calf strain, the mild calf strain, whether or not he's back out there by Friday, JP. But look, there are a few things. A, right, keep him healthy. That's a big one, right? B, Trevor Lawrence, let's look sharp, right? Let's leave that lasting impression that this guy is ready to really come into his own in his age 25 season when he turns that in October, and that we're going to have a big season in that regard. But really, going back to what Tony Baselli said right at the end of the game broadcast, let's see the lines of scrimmage win. I don't know if they have to dominate Atlanta. Atlanta has a really good offensive line. I want to see the Jags be able to get some pressure, whether it's I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to play. I wonder who's going to play, honestly. It might be Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, because they said Penix is not going to play.
Right, and they've already ruled Kirk Cousins out to not play in the preseason, so I guess we get Taylor Heineke, but maybe we'll see Bijan Robinson and Drake London and Kyle Pitts for a bit there. And let's see this offensive line. I thought the offensive line did a decent job in the run game tonight. It wasn't spectacular. I thought Tank Bigsby did a lot on his own, after contact, but boy, wouldn't you love to see Travis Etienne go out there, average 4.5, 5 yards a carry, get 8 carries in the first half, and leave you feeling good heading into the regular season to see the projected starting 5 together for the first time.
Final score tonight, Jaguars 20, Buccaneers 7. For those in our flagship station, 1010XL in Jacksonville, the Scoreboard Show is next. We'll take your calls. For those on the network outside of Jacksonville, you can join us there on Jaguars.com or the Jaguars YouTube channel. For our entire crew, Mike Dempsey, I'm JP Shadrick saying good night. Final score, Jaguars 20, Buccaneers 7. And this has been Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Welcome to the Jaguars Scoreboard Show. This is your chance, Jaguars fans, to sound off about today's game. The Jaguars Scoreboard Show is brought to you by University of Florida Health, Farah and Farah, Baptist Health, and by Everbank. Now, waiting to hear from you, here are Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, and JP Shadrick.
It is the Scoreboard Show. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios of the Miller Electric Center. And the Jaguars win it. Scoreboard. 20-7
Hey,
over the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Beats the alternative. It will reset the whole thing in a couple weeks, but it's still better to win, better to outplay.
It's better than losing.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, look, it's better to outplay them, right? The scoreboard doesn't always tell you, and if you give up your third stringers, give it up to their third stringers in the fourth quarter, that's one thing. But the Jags clearly looked like the deeper team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. And, a big part of that is they've got a quarterback in the number 2 role that they can count on to move the team if necessary.
Mac Jones did that certainly tonight with an outstanding statistical performance, couple touchdown passes. Had to come back in the game after C.J. Beathard was hurt, and they spread it around to a bunch of different receivers tonight. Parker Washington looked good again. Brevin Easton had the late touchdown tonight. Austin Trammell got a lot of work in, a fourth-year player out of Rice, and looked good at receiver. And then the defense gave up the early touchdown, but then on 6 of the next 7 Tampa Bay possessions, forced 3 and outs. And there was a missed field goal in that stretch also. So that was really good work from a lot of different levels of the defense, second team, third team guys coming and going on and off the bench, and to hold them to really not much of anything when they were actually driving on that last drive as well to get the sack at the end to finish the game, capped it off.
Well, look, I thought the Jags defense did play well overall. I did think that Sean Tucker and Bucky Irving ran hard for the Tampa Bay Bucs tonight. Irving early in the game, Tucker coming in to sub for him, but really, the Jags didn't allow anything to get going with the Buccaneer passing game tonight, and that was the difference. They had the one drive where Trask ends up throwing the touchdown, but other than that, basically dominated defensively in this game, and it was nice that they were able to, as we mentioned, Gaziano with the sack on the final play, get the defensive play of the game ball from us, and I think for the defense, you don't want to give up that last-second score regardless if you're still going to win the football game or not, and so they feel good heading into the locker room.
He doesn't get an actual ball, does he? From
us? I don't think from us, no.
I don't think that's in the budget.
Does he get one in the locker room? I don't think they do that in the preseason, I'm going to guess.
I don't think it's in the budget.
If this were in the regular season, they might have one for it.
They might.
Jags
fans can't make the game. We get it. You can easily donate your Jags tickets to Vet Tix military veterans in the community through the Jaguars ticketing account page. Select more on the ticket page and select the game you'd like to donate. Vet Tix, tickets for troops. 355-NFL-1, the number, 355-6351. We'll come back. Your calls and plenty ahead, reacting to a Jaguars win over the Buccaneers. Final score, Jags 20, Bucs 7. And it's the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Jaguars fans, huddle up for the best defense against expensive car repairs, CarShield. Score big with the nation's #1 automotive protection company, CarShield. They offer affordable plans covering repairs on up to 5,000 parts and systems in your car, truck, or SUV. Don't miss any Jaguars action this season with a car breakdown. Call 800-471-1223. Coverage varies by plans. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Hey, Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Field is on JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jacksonville. Passes start at $10 and are available exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app. Visit JTAFLA.com for full details. The JTA Game Day Express, where you're winning before the game even starts. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Join the Jaguars in Miami and Houston. Watch them win in Philly, Detroit, Nashville, and Las Vegas. All the other Jaguars games are just one short connection away. And if airport parking has you stressed, be sure to visit the Jax Airport website before traveling to the terminal. On it, you'll find information about the status of on-airport parking in real time. See if your favorite areas are available or if you need to call an audible. Visit flyjax.com for more information.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Facing cancer takes a lot of determination, strength, and support. And you'll get it all at Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center. Determination from world-renowned doctors, giving you specialized treatment with cutting-edge technology and research. Strength and support from a dedicated team, caring for you completely, during and after treatment. Don't face cancer with anything less than the team at Baptist MD Anderson. Appointments available at baptistmdanderson.com.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Facing cancer takes a lot of determination, strength, and support. And you'll get it all at Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center. Determination from world-renowned doctors, giving you specialized treatment with cutting-edge technology and research. Strength and support from a dedicated team, caring for you completely, during and after treatment. Don't face cancer with anything less than the team at Baptist MD Anderson. Appointments available at baptistmdanderson.com.
Ready to fuel up for summer fun? Join the MyGate Rewards loyalty program and pump up the savings. This summer, become a new loyalty member and save 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Already a member? Now you can earn rewards 10 times faster. For every $10 spent in store, save 5 cents per gallon at the pump. Stop by Gate today to crank up your summer savings. Offer ends August 31st, 2024.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Join the Jaguars in Miami and Houston. Watch them win in Philly, Detroit, Nashville, and Las Vegas. All the other Jaguars games are just one short connection away. And if airport parking has you stressed, be sure to visit the Jax Airport website before traveling to the terminal. On it, you'll find information about the status of on-airport parking in real time. See if your favorite areas are available or if you need to call an audible. Visit flyjax.com for more information.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Scoreboard Show continues. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios, the Miller Electric Center, 355-NFL-1, the number, 355-6351. After a Jaguars win, 20-7 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mac Jones, 16 of 23 passing, 210 yards, 2 touchdown passes, a rating of 127.1. Good night at the office for Mac Jones, and C.J. Beathard left the game in the second half with a groin issue, finished 5 of 7, 40 yards, but they were throwing to a bunch of different receivers tonight, and Parker Washington stood out again. 3 targets, 3 catches, 38 yards, including the 25-yard touchdown where he streaked down the seam in the end zone, and that continues that trend for Parker. It was a tough year for him as a rookie, at the knee injury on the punt return, missed a lot of time. And then when Christian Kirk was hurt, he just didn't feel like he was ready for that type of role yet, and it just didn't look right. And well, I think he spent this whole offseason trying to make sure that it looked right, and it certainly does now in training camp. It's paying off for him, and he's really stepped up in a big way.
I think the word you use, ready, is he looks ready to go. Like, if you needed to count on him week 1, I think you could count on Parker Washington. Now, obviously, Christian Kirk seems like a mild calf strain. He's your guy, right, if you're Trevor Lawrence. But if you needed Parker Washington to come in or in 4 wide receiver sets, it's been hard not to notice what he's been able to do here in the early going. But I think, look, we know Parker Washington's going to be on this football team. Whether he's a game day active or not, I think is another question because of what role he might play on special teams. But, JP, you've got 5 guys, if you include Duvernay, who are locks, including Washington along – obviously, with Kirk and Davis and Brian Thomas Jr. Tim Jones, does he make it? They put a lot of emphasis on the ability to play special teams, and he is a very good special teams performer. I think in terms of a pure receiver, though, beyond Parker Washington, I think most people felt like Elijah Cooks, kind of the incumbent coming back after making the team last year. And granted, Mac Jones missed him, but he also had a big drop tonight, and you only get so many opportunities out there with the ball coming your way. And I thought Austin Trammell, who is a guy I keep hearing because, a lot of times I missed the team portion of practice, but I kept hearing reports on, man, Trammell's really looking good. And I'm like, boy, it's a numbers game. I don't know if there's any chance that this guy makes it. But if you base it on his performance tonight, what I really liked about him and Tank Bigsby, by the way, and I know we're talking receivers, those guys, as soon as they caught the ball, they are turning up field and going, right? And I think Tank last year, there was a little bit of hesitation, like making sure I secure the catch. He seems like he's a much more naturally receiving the ball this year. But Trammell really stood out. You go back and rewatch this game. As soon as he gets the ball, his body's turning. He's trying to get the max he can out of that play and help them average nearly 19 yards a catch tonight.
A guy that we hear a lot about in this 6th receiver conversation is Elijah Cooks. And tonight he had 2 targets, no catches. One of them was a misfire by Mac Jones.
But the other was a big drop.
That's big. And, I think going into this week, it was like, okay, you like what he is as a receiver. You like his height. That's why they kind of kept him around last year. They like his ability as a receiver. But can he do it on special teams? Can he go cover on punt coverage? Can he run down the field against 2 guys trying to stop him? I think he had to prove that tonight. I don't know. We'd have to go back and watch the game again and see what really stood out about that play. But for Elijah Cooks, I think this was a big test tonight to see if he could step in there when the lights are bright and make some of those plays, not just a receiver, which it didn't work out tonight, but on the special teams part, I think more than receiver was a big focus for Cooks tonight.
Yeah, well, like you said, the coaching staff's going to review that tape, and they're going to have a better sense of how that all came together for him. But if you're just basing it on the receiving game, it's not his fault that Mac Jones missed him on where he was wide open. Could have been a pretty big play.
Big.
But they came back and were able to convert that anyway. But look, you only get so many opportunities, and that's what's tough, right? I mean, it might come down to 1 or 2 throws coming your way that this is the only chance you get. And you've got what you put on the film. They say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. This is your performance tonight. And I think tonight was more, not so much that Elijah Cooks was terrible. He had the 1 drop, but Austin Trammell is just really good tonight, and he looked like, along with Parker Washington, clearly the best 2 receivers that got any kind of volume. Brian Thomas, we know what he's, or at least we think we know what he is capable of doing, only got the 1 look.
It's a nice catch, though.
It was a nice catch. He was open a few times, just the ball didn't come his way, but I was really just more impressed with Trammell than anything tonight.
Duvernay had a 15-yarder tonight as well, which was good to see.
On a 3rd and 15.
Big.
So
that's good. They spread the wealth tonight, and a lot of guys starting to try to rally down the stretch to see if they can get that 6th spot.
Brevin Easton's like, hey, don't forget me. Ball came my way twice. I caught them both, including a touchdown, and touchdowns absolutely matter.
We'll see what happens on the practice field this week. We'll see how hard they actually go. It's a short week. The game is on Friday night this week. So how many padded days do they have? What does Doug Pederson like? A lot of times like to protect those players and get them ready for a shorter week. So we'll see what he has in mind this week in terms of practice. But one more game to put it on tape for a lot of these guys that are on the bubble. And we're back in a moment. Plenty more ahead. Reacting to this football game tonight, Jaguars over the Buccaneers, 27 the final score. And this is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are here for them, and we are here for you. Ranked #1 physical rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report, our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on, so make it your best summer ever with Ford. Now's the best time to get our best deals on a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs, like the Ford Explorer, the Ford Bronco family, Ford F-Series, and the all-electric F-150 Lightning. These are the deals you've been waiting for, so don't wait. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now at your Ford dealer today.
Headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, CSI Companies partners with leading healthcare and technology organizations nationwide to deliver workforce solutions. CSI prides itself on building meaningful relationships and provides personalized operations to fuel the success of businesses, both big and small. Whether it's finding the right talent for a job or seamlessly managing a project from start to finish, CSI has 3 decades of experience in getting the job done. This is your workforce solutions reimagined. Visit CSICompanies.com.
Ready to fuel up for summer fun? Join the MyGate Rewards loyalty program and pump up the savings. This summer, become a new loyalty member and save 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Already a member? Now you can earn rewards 10 times faster. For every $10 spent in store, save 5 cents per gallon at the pump. Stop by Gate today to crank up your summer savings. Offer ends August 31st, 2024.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
JP Shadrick with Mike Dempsey. The Scoreboard Show continues from the Hyundai Studios of the Miller Electric Center. 355-NFL-1, 355-6351. Jaguars over the Buccaneers, 20-7, the final count tonight. And the Jags defense, there were a handful of starting players on the made in sand depth chart that Ryan Nielsen talks about that got out there tonight. Roy Robertson-Harris, a regular contributor, was out there for a good bit of time tonight, but did not show up on the box score tonight statistically. Chad Muma was out there a good bit tonight. Christian Braswell, who is listed as the starting nickel corner, was out there tonight. And both of those two guys, Muma and Braswell, each had 4 tackles in this game. So they did what they were supposed to do and showed up when their number was called tonight to go out there and play. And as we talked about, the defense as a whole just kind of seemed like they outmanned the Buccaneers throughout the night. They were off the field a bunch of 3-and-outs and did what they had to do. Jarian Jones had a good night, 4 tackles, the rookie corner. Also with Muma and Brazo with the 4 tackles tonight, 3 sacks as a team, spread it out, and hey, that's a pretty good night for a defense.
It was solid. Trey Flowers credited with 2 pass breakups, and you wonder, where he stands. You got several of these former Falcons who Ryan Nielsen probably has a comfort level with. As we mentioned, Joe Gaziano was a former Falcon, came in, made the play on the last play of the game. I don't know how many snaps he got, but certainly, he put a memorable one on the board, and I just can't get away from Asese Atomowo, right? Like 2.5 sacks. I don't know what else he can do, but go out there. He's not playing against the ones. It's coming against backups. Well, everyone was playing against backups tonight, and he got to the quarterback again after 1.5 last week. So, this is a team that you're wondering, where's that bench pass rush going to come from? Trevis Gibson's going to be counted on to provide some of that, but has he done enough? Can he do enough, in the remaining practices and against the Atlanta Falcons to put himself in position to maybe make this roster?
You're talking about Trey Flowers, and he's 29 years old, 7th-year player out of Oklahoma State, but he's 6'3", 200 pounds. I mean, this is not a small corner.
Right.
This guy, if they're going to play physical press style of cornerback play, you need big physical players that can handle that against big physical receivers from time to time, and that just doesn't grow on trees.
No, it doesn't. And again, the familiarity that Ryan Nielsen has with him, that's why they brought him here.
That's right.
So he knows what he's capable of doing. And, if there's any doubt about some of the guys on the deep portion of the cornerback depth chart, he might have a chance. Terrell Edmonds, I think, has a chance. He had an outstanding game last week. A little quieter tonight, but, another vet who started a lot of games in this league. And I think they have some good problems. I think, we looked at the secondary and there were some question marks coming into training camp, and I think it may turn out to be one of the deeper groups, both corner and safety, that, they have, let's put it this way, they might have some of the toughest cuts to make between quality guys, right? It's sometimes you have tough cuts to make because you don't have a guy that you absolutely love. I think they're going to have more guys that they like than they have space for.
Linebacker Ventrell Miller tonight, 2 tackles. Last week he had, 5 and a pass breakup,
right?
Interception. A little quieter night for Ventrell tonight, but not bad outing for him this evening. And
Muma popped again.
Yeah, he did. He had a tackle for loss and was in the backfield. And
that's what it. When you have those violent tackles, when you're only out there for a brief period of time, it's tough to get noticed if you're a linebacker just bringing down a running back on a routine play. But like you said, tackle for loss. He had 3 solos and an assist tonight. I thought he was super physical and really flashed the quickness last week. And looks like if he was a guy that you needed to play more than he's currently scheduled to play as a strong side linebacker, that you'd feel pretty comfortable having him out there.
I guess they technically didn't give him a TFL, but it's probably back to the line of scrimmage, whatever. You get the idea. He landed in the backfield.
My eyeballs thought it was a tackle for loss.
That's right. So there's the defensive conversation. We're back in a moment, and we'll get in the running back room and O-line to set up the running back room. Well, some starters were out there tonight on the offensive line as well. And this is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
If you're facing cancer, you want a dedicated team working for you. At Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center, we only focus on cancer. And we partner with one of the largest cancer centers in the world. So you'll have a specialized treatment plan created by our experienced and highly trained oncologists and surgeons, collaborating with one of the country's leading cancer centers. Best of all, we're in North Florida, with locations in downtown, Baptist South, and Clay. Appointments at baptistmdanderson.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Join the Jaguars in Miami and Houston. Watch them win in Philly, Detroit, Nashville, and Las Vegas. All the other Jaguars games are just one short connection away. And if airport parking has you stressed, be sure to visit the Jax Airport website before traveling to the terminal. On it, you'll find information about the status of on-airport parking in real time. See if your favorite areas are available or if you need to call an audible. Visit flyjax.com for more information.
Hey, Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Field is on JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jacksonville. Passes start at $10 and are available exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app. Visit JTAFLA.com for full details. The JTA Game Day Express, where you're winning before the game even starts. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens.
It's game time, Jaguars fans, and Publix knows that football is all about pairings. A high-scoring offense paired with a stingy defense. A rocket-armed QB paired with a dynamic wide receiver. And at Publix, you can pair hot deli chicken tenders with savory dips, delicious sub platters with ice-cold beverages, and you can pair these tailgate essentials with an entire parking lot full of Jaguars fans chanting, Duval! Gear up for your tailgate at Publix, the official supermarket of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Jaguars tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open legal residence in 50 United States and DC 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Sweeps is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank NA.
I spy a new Camry.
Ooh, I spy a sporty RAV4.
I spy deals on the entire lineup at the Toyota National Sales Event.
Good eye.
Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $349 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through September 3rd, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3648 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Facing cancer takes a lot of determination, strength, and support. And you'll get it all at Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center. Determination from world-renowned doctors, giving you specialized treatment with cutting-edge technology and research. Strength and support from a dedicated team, caring for you completely, during and after treatment. Don't face cancer with anything less than the team at Baptist MD Anderson. Appointments available at baptistmdanderson.com.
It's a force that can't be contained, propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect. When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it. You make power plays. You pick your team. At Farrah & Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7. Jacksonville.
Scoreboard Show continues. JP Shadrick with Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. After a Jaguars win over the Buccaneers, 20-7 the final score, and the Jaguars running backs tonight. Let's start off with Tank Bigsby. Travis Etienne Jr. did not dress. He didn't play as part of the starters that did not go tonight. Tank Bigsby, though, did. 10 carries, 37 yards, with a long of 6, by the way, so I had to get had to grind it out a little bit on the ground to get it done, but good hard running for Bigsby, and had 3 catches in the game on 3 targets for 19 yards. And I think you might see some of that in this offense too, some running backs actually out in routes. I mean, one of the catches he had, he was wide left in the formation, made the catch near the boundary and turned upfield, which was good to see. But 13 touches tonight for Tank, and his momentum just continues to build, it feels like, in this preseason.
Yeah, if you're just reading box scores, you're like, 10 for 37, no big deal. Yeah. But if you watched him, it was a little bit reminiscent to me, JP, of James Robinson, right? When he first got here, he'd get hit, and he'd always pick up an extra yard or two. And I felt like Tank Bigsby tonight, he made a couple of guys miss, but he had a couple where it looked like he was bottled up for no gain, and he turned them into 2 or 3 yard gains. And those add up over the court. Look, I'd like to see the Jags start blowing people off the ball. But in the meantime, if you can get a little bit extra at the end of every run, and I think it's a sign of Tank Bigsby playing with renewed confidence. He just feels better about where he stands now. He's acclimated to the National Football League, and just the decisiveness when he catches the football, how quickly he turns upfield. Now, he did miss a block, I believe, on one that got Mac Jones flushed out of the pocket, and I don't know if he was able to get rid of the ball or not. So he's going to have to, you got to be reliable on third down blitz pickup. I mean, that's one of the things that gets a young running back bench quicker than anything. You don't get Trevor Lawrence hit. But I thought that if you watched the game, your eyes told you that Tank Bigsby performed pretty well tonight.
What gets you benched faster, fumbles or pass protection to get Trevor Lawrence hit? Yes.
I think they're equal, right? It depends on which one happened first.
You don't want either one.
No, you don't want either one.
No.
But and look, I don't have a big a concern about it, but it's one for, if we're going to sit here and praise him, point out that this is one I'm sure the coaching staff will look at and say, hey, you got to be better at that. But I thought he ran well. Gary Brightwell, I don't think has much of a chance to make this team. I don't have that decision. It's not in my hands. But considering where he is, in the pecking order of when he comes in here. But I thought, he did everything he could. He ran for 4.8 yards a carry in this game. He's a vet who's kicked around a little bit. And so, if it's not here, you want to put your best foot forward on film for some other team to take a look at.
I mean, Dearness Johnson's been at it for a little while. It feels like he's kind of there as the third running back, veteran player.
I wonder, can Jalen Jackson push him?
He's a rookie. Jackson is.
Right, and he's cheap labor. He's been exciting. Had 8 carries for 24 yards tonight, only 3 yards a pop, but he looks the part when he's out there. I don't think that Dearness Johnson did anything wrong. And they may ultimately just say, hey, we want to go with the safety of a veteran and go that route. But I think this is one area to watch for the final cutdowns. I think we could get a surprise
and
here.
This is where, the Keelan Robinson thing steps in, right? I mean, he had a boot on at practice this week. I don't think he's practiced in pads yet. I mean, that's a toe issue, right? It was what we've been told is what it is, but you can't make the club in the tub, right? I mean, you got to get out there and play at some point. You got one more preseason game left. Is this at some point an IR move? Is this what's going to happen with the rookie from Texas?
Boy, you'd hate to think that it is because, both Heath Farwell and Press Taylor, based on what they saw in the offseason, really excited about what he could be. Like, he's a guy that, we could use him. We can get some plays for him, a few a game on offense, but supposed to be a core 4 special teams guy and maybe one of your primary 2 return men. I think that's why you drafted him.
Yes.
They spent a draft pick on him.
Because the way he played running back was more wide. It was like passing game. He wasn't like a through between the tackles runner at Texas. When he was in.
Right, he's a space player with a lot of speed.
That's right.
And so, look, guys get hurt and we feel like it's a character flaw. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he wants to be out there doing everything he can to earn a spot, but it's tough. I mean, you can't trust him if you don't see him in some kind of game-type situation, I would think, unless he was just eye-popping in OTAs. And this is a big week for him. Can he get on the practice field? Can he get the boot off? Can he get in some game action and just show he's at least healthy against the Atlanta Falcons?
Offensive line has to set this whole thing up, though, in the running game, of course. Tonight, 2 starters were out there, Ezra Cleveland and Anton Harrison, the left guard and right tackle, respectively. Cooper Hodges got a lot of time tonight. Luke Fortner at center. Blake Hance, Tyler Shatley, Javon Foster got time later at left tackle. Cole Van Lant. All these guys were in there tonight as the game went along, but Harrison and Cleveland got a couple drives in tonight to at least get some work.
Insufficient data is where we're at in terms of, right? We just don't know. We don't know. I don't think the team can know what they've got because we haven't seen the 5 healthy together in playing in anger, right?
We've heard that before. That was like all last season.
Right.
Like that too.
But, you hope with Ezra Cleveland and Anton being able to return to action that they don't have any setbacks coming out of the game. Obviously, Anton's cleared the concussion protocol. You would expect that he is fine. And so let's see the starting 5, the projected starting 5 against Atlanta Friday night. I think, JP, if they have a good performance, we're going to feel good. If they're shaky, we're going to be concerned about it for the following 2 weeks until we see it in action against the Dolphins. And I don't know, even if they have a solid performance, I still think this is going to be probably the number one area of concern for Jaguar fans and supporters heading into the regular season.
Can they move people?
Can they move people when they need to, when the other people know it's coming? Can you get that 1 or 2 tough yards? And just in general, can we have a few more, can we have a few of those holes that every team seems to have during the course of a game where, boom, you hit it and you go 5 yards before anybody lays a finger on you? It's been tough sledding for the Jags in that department.
I will say it was nice to see they at least have practiced the quarterback sneak finally. It's in the playbook.
They converted it. I thought they converted on the 3rd and 1, by the way. But, yes, it is in the playbook now. Maybe only for Mac Jones, though. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. Back in a moment, our final thoughts after a Jaguars win over the Buccaneers. 20-7 the final score. It's the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are here for them, and we are here for you. Ranked #1 physical rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report, our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Chelsea here with Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson specializes in energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors that are twice as tough as vinyl. Save money through the month of August and save $300 on every window and $825 on every patio door. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Some restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to rbfla.com to book your design consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Jaguars tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars. Hey Jaguars fans, as the official whiskey sponsor of the NFL, it's not kickoff without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. And that's why they've built the Crown Royal Rig. An absurdly awesome 18-wheeler delivering the generous spirit to stadiums and tailgates across the country. Follow the Royal Rig on its journey from city to city, bringing together local cuisine, NFL legends, and the opportunity to pack a purple bag for charity and win tickets to Super Bowl 59. Visit crownroyal.com for rules and more. Please drink responsibly.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with Everbank. Open an Everbank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. Everbank, Advantage You. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Final moments of the Scoreboard Show. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios, Miller Electric Center. Jaguars 20, Buccaneers 7. Short week for the Jags this week, Mike. They play Friday night in Atlanta, 7 o'clock Eastern kickoff time. So we'll go on at 4 o'clock with the Publix Tailgate Show. And 6 o'clock countdown to kickoff on the Jaguars Radio Network. And we'll see what Doug Pederson has in mind for the starters this Friday.
Yeah, I got to believe that it's one of two things. Either you get in such a rhythm that you've seen enough, or they're going to go at least a half here and maybe even come out for the third quarter. But I think if they have a productive first half of football, do they forget what it's like to go in the locker room and come back out? You know what I mean? Do we really need that extra drive in the third quarter, after guys cooled down a little bit? Now we saw Mac Jones have to come back in the game tonight, and the Jags maybe down a quarterback next week. So knock on wood, let's keep those guys healthy this week. But, JP, just want to see the offensive line and the defensive line win their more than their share of battles, right? I mean, you're not going to win every rep, but come out feeling pretty good about the lines of scrimmage, feeling good about Trevor Lawrence, where this team stands. And I think this team defensively has a chance to be really good this year. And we may not see that come to full fruition next week because, again, Atlanta probably not playing Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix in this game. So it's going to be the Taylor Heineke show. How much are they going to go with their likes of Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Bijan Robinson? Maybe not that much. So I don't know if we're going to – but if that's the case, defense for the Jags, come out and dominate them.
I mean, to your point, I want to see the 5 offensive linemen together in a game. Haven't seen it yet this preseason. So, I mean, remember, 2 guys missed the first game. They played tonight. The other 3 didn't play tonight. If you want to have that cohesion that they've talked about all offseason, they didn't have last year. Okay, well, how about go out there for a quarter, a half, whatever it is on the offensive line and show that this week. And you may not get the final solution of that, but I want to see them together on the field. You have an idea what the receivers are going to be about? That seems like a pretty good connection so far in the running game, or the running backs at least. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, obviously, look, Trevor Lawrence is the top priority always. As far as he takes them is as far as they're going to go. But I think a close second for this week. Let's see Travis Etienne has some first-team success running the ball.
Jaguars today, Monday through Friday, 10 to 12 on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Jags AM in the morning on Monday, Jaguars.com, Jag YouTube. Jags Happy Hour Monday, 4 to 6. Prisco, Baselli, and yours truly. That's on 1010XL AM. We've got the day off tomorrow.
That's
or today. It's
actually Sunday. It is, and yesterday was Cam Little's birthday. So
yeah, happy 21st.
I'm sure he's enjoying his first ever adult beverage right now.
Had a couple field goals tonight. Why not?
Good for him. Celebrate him.
That's Mike Dempsey. I'm JP Shadrick. Our thanks to Donna Murphy, Linda Fortunato, our entire Jaguars radio crew. Final score for the final time, Jaguars 20, Buccaneers